It's not true or false. This is what if. And I haven't decided which one I want to do. But I think I do.
YAJFF. YAJFF. YAJ.
But you said you was ready.
I was. It was right there. Get ready to click it. You go. We clean up anyway. Yeah. When I have time. Since I started to share it
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.
What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters on a YouTube Tuesday? A YouTube Tuesday. Love you, my beautiful children and my grandbabies. And we got a full house tonight. Did you know Will Smith? Right here. He's trying to. He took the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air mansion and is going to use it as an Airbnb. Tell them all about it, Will Smith. Oh, he said he can't talk about his other contract. Oh, okay. All right, brother. We got the Lightyear brothers, and you know, you can see where Veronica Rose is struggling over there. Antonio and Bradley. Now, while she's struggling, can you go ahead and give the what if?
All right. The question is, if you had to be in one age for the rest of your life, how old would you choose to be? I think I'd go back to...
I ain't gonna even lie. 18. 18.
Well, no, I had fun at 18. I think I'd go back somewhere in my 20s.
I don't need beer nor cigarettes. 18.
I think I'd teach
I'll be
myself
18 forever. You know how much animal you got at 18? You know, I'm talking about work related. Work. You could work all day. You didn't need Red Bulls. You didn't need nothing. You just worked. Somebody look at you and say, hey, can you work a double shift? Okay. You go home, watch a little TV, play a little video game, sleep.
You fell asleep.
For an hour. Woke up, refreshed, gone. 18. That is the age. 18. I don't know about everybody else. Some people might say 21.
21. You know what?
22.
I was not. I'd already drank and all that before. I know a lot of my family members watch this, but I drank before all that, so I wasn't really into the drinking. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot of drinking back then either, but it wasn't I didn't care.
But 18, you were so indestructible. Body was indestructible. You could go work out. You could do everything at 18. Nothing bothered you. You were hardly ever sick. You was just 18.
And then you just stayed out half the night.
Yeah.
And if you were really tired, you take the no-dose.
Yeah.
You take the no-dose so you can stay awake. Well, a friend of mine told me to take that one time. I took 2. Yeah. She didn't say you shouldn't take 2. Man, I was bopping up and down. I was like, whoo, woo, 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 woo. And all of a sudden it was like, bam, you dropped.
Exactly. We're going to get off this because I could talk about this all day.
Well, maybe one day we can talk about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's the topic for tonight?
Being 49. And I'm not saying that and using that as
your age.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is because when Antonio talks, he said 30 years after Rodney King, what has changed? Let's do one better. After 49 years, what has changed?
A lot.
But I would expect that we would have been past all this crap by now. I mean, you would think that you worked hard all day long for something. You're starting to realize you're working hard for nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. I mean, you are working hard. There are people out there that can save the money. There are people that can...
Because they got a good job.
Well, they got a good job, or they need to know that they got to save it because you never know what might come up.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You know anybody that's wealthy that works at Walmart? that stayed
You
there
know
at
what?
Walmart?
You never know.
I'm just saying.
I know there's some people that have won the big lottery and still work.
I'm talking about work. You know anybody who worked for McDonald's that became wealthy?
I don't know.
There's maybe 1% that might have became a general manager. There might be 1% that became a store manager from the ground up. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I knew a few people.
If they saved their pennies and they didn't go out and do anything and this and that and the other, or did a little bit, or got everybody else to pay for their stuff and that, they'd make it.
I knew a young lady who's matter of fact, she's a store manager at Walmart in Ashland, Tanya Jackson. I worked alongside with her when she was stocking shelves, and she's now a general manager at Walmart. And and the thing is, there's a few others I know, but the whole thing about it is, like I said, you got to understand, everybody's paths are different, and it took me a long time to understand that because I was so busy with all these other voids. I didn't understand the political side of what was going on to the workforce.
Well, as you're growing up, you don't pay attention to that. You're too busy going out and doing your thing and having a good time. Or,
I was the total opposite.
Or
I was trying to get somewhere, but people, you don't realize when people start getting jealous of you.
Yeah.
When people, I mean, they do it so slick. When people get jealous of you, or they wanna railroad you. And you never know it happens until one day you working and you call up to the office and say, "Hey, what's up? We gotta let you go." For what? Because somebody told us that this is what you did. You violated something. What? Oh yeah.
Have you ever wondered, those that sit there and tell you this? This is one thing I have always paid attention to. Your bosses. When a lot of them get up to that high point, they think nothing can take them down. They can do whatever they want, or whatever the case may be. You need to keep your eyes on them, because I love the ones that come and tell you how you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Be careful who's watching you, because there's people watching you, and they know that you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing either.
Yeah.
So don't be pointing finger at somebody telling them not to do something when you're doing the same thing or something similar to it.
You got a lot of people that are straight up joke. My man over here, Antonio, taught me everything about the workforce that I needed to know and why I was so unsuccessful. And it's the key word he always says about it is politics. It's the politics of a job. When people have power, they pick and choose who they want in their circle, whether they suck or not. And if you're part of that circle, you can go as far as you want.
Yeah, but the person that's putting you into that category, they can suck too, and you just don't realize it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people who sucked. There's been a lot of people who sucked.
Or you got bosses that you think are a good person, and all of a sudden, not saying that they're not a good person, they don't know how to run the ship, or they're not running the ship like they should. And you sit there wondering, where did you come from? How do you even know how to take care of things? Because
they lied their way to the top. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, it just depends. I come from a situation where I've been on both sides of the mountain, the black side and the white side, and I'm not even mixed. Shut up, Antonio.
I didn't even know that.
I'm not even mixed.
I didn't even know.
I'm all black. There ain't nothing mixed inside of me. Don't you start.
I don't know, them green eyes.
Yeah, that was probably my grandmother. I don't know. Anyway, but the thing is, I've been on both sides of the fence. And the thing that I'm trying to tell you is, this is why I cannot make it a racial thing for me, because I've been on both sides. But the thing that I want everybody to understand is, you still go, in the workforce, there is no middle ground. Have to pick a side. If you want to feed your family, you gotta pick a side.
Or no, you can kind of pick a side, or you stay way back where nobody really pays attention to you.
Oh, you will, because
they're not. You're there, but you're not there.
Okay.
I've gone to my job and people call me a different name. And it's like, do you really know who I am? One boss called me a different person. And I look at them going,
I mean, I understand, but when you come from a situation, I'll put it to you this way. At Walmart, Food Lion, all these places, you have to be able to throw 60 cases an hour. There are people who couldn't throw even 5 cases an hour.
okay, now specify what you mean by throw.
Putting up on the shelf.
Okay, because you're saying throw. Some people take that as you actually got to throw.
Yeah, sometimes you got to. It depends on where you are. But the whole thing about it is stocking shelf is not even a science. It's basically understanding where you are and how you understand how to break it all down.
Do it quickly, get it out, and don't do one by one.
What I'm saying is people they coddle who they want to coddle. If I'll put it to you this way, say I throw 200 cases an hour. Well, what they're going to do is tell me I have to do aisles 3, 4, and 5. Joey over here, who can only do 15 cases an hour, he gets only 4. But then you figured out Joey know what he's doing, but he's playing the politic game, which is Leslie is going to do the dirty work while Joey gets to chill. But when Leslie says something to management that why y'all making this kid only do 1 hour while I'm doing 3 or 4? And they look at you and go, because, oh, he's special. I said, you need to look at that camera. What are you trying to tattletale? See, this is that lose-lose situation you in. So what has happened past 49? Nothing. It's gotten worse.
Well, this day and age, people are starting to speak up more.
Unless you want to be fired.
Well, to a certain extent. But this day and age to get fired, well, there's certain things you can get fired off the bat like that. But this day and age, you have to have proof and you have to keep doing it.
No, you don't.
Well, in some jobs you do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Some jobs you do.
Because the understanding about...
Now, there are some bosses that fire you and then have to rehire you back because that wasn't the cause. That was not a good enough cause.
I'm telling you.
Trust me, I know. I've seen it.
That.
Yeah, it is because I've seen it.
Like that. The thing that what I'm trying to explain to you is this.
I mean, you've worked this job how long?
Too long.
Exactly.
But I've been at Walmart. I've been everywhere. But what I'm trying to tell you is when you look at the workforce, then you look at the voting, then you look at the people who make these crappy remarks about nothing. You got people who are concerned about these officers being shot in Los Angeles, but yet 5 minutes later, you got someone who's being executed by the same police, but crickets. Those are the same people that's in the workforce. The same people who pick and choose what they want to do, but they quick to point the finger at you and say, well, they're not doing their job. And you just look at them like, what the fuck? What the hell do I have to do with that situation? That's what I'm getting at here. What has changed since 49? Nothing. The people have gotten lazy, inconsiderate, selfish. They don't know how to pull their own weight. They blame always pointing the finger, blaming people, and they only can't see as far as their nose. So nothing has changed. That's why we have these problems. That's why nothing won't change. That's why these officers are getting even worse than before. And then they throw up a sign, Blue Lives Matters. Yeah, we got to protect them. For what? Why should I die at a traffic stop? Why should I die because I don't want to show you my ID?
Yeah, but
that's what I'm getting at. No, I'm just saying.
No, I was gonna say something. No, I'm not sure.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I mean, but it all goes back to the points of what I said about the Bible. Caiaphas, Pontius Pilate, Barabbas. It all goes back. And it always goes back to 3 individuals. Not just those 3. In each part of the Bible, there's 3 individuals that our lives are based upon. Because when we get in trouble, y'all quick to say, oh, that's not the Christian way. But yet, in the same token, you turn around and you condone someone getting shot in the street. You're protesting football because why? If you don't even watch, why are you protesting? Let's protest. How about we protest Rachel Ray?
And what did she do to you?
That's not the point. I want to protest her because I want to say it. But the whole thing about it is, look at everything that's going on. We have essentials and non-essentials. The non-essentials are getting more than the essentials. We've been working longer, and while they've been able to whine about a mask. How's that fair? They remind the non-essentials and all these people, and before I go, that are doing all this stuff remind me of a bully. Y'all know how bullies work. Bullies will come up to you and do everything humanly possible to piss you off so you will fight them. As soon as you hit them right in the square in the nose and he goes down or she goes down, then all of a sudden they become a what? Victim.
Are you pointing at me like I'm?
No. I'm just telling you.
I know, I got it. As a matter of fact, we watched the show yesterday that this girl she could do no wrong. Parents even stood behind and said that, she's such a good girl.
Yeah,
and this
y'all
and that and the other.
picking
Why
on
are you
her?
picking on my daughter? And this, that, and the principal tried to get things and thought that she went to a party and somebody took her down. And she just kept on smiling, laughing. Oh, I'm going to get you when I get out of this and that and the other. Well, she didn't live. She died because they did things to her. They thought it was the kids at school. Come to find out, what kids at school, it was the parents that killed the daughter because they had had enough of her bullying their children, all the children in that school. And they thought she was good. You should know it. You should know it.
I never understood
Somebody that can hide behind something and be anybody, you are the sweetest person. I will do anything for you. And behind closed doors could be the most conniving and take you down.
So, was Kanye right?
And then it's like this.
Was Kanye right? It's all mental?
No, it ain't. You know what the hell you're doing.
No. I'm talking about, is it mental that some fact is we want to take you out, but we can't because we don't want to go to prison?
Yeah, but you have to understand. The reason why I'm bringing this up to that there are people that can play nice in front of somebody and be mean as a snake behind closed doors and to the other person is because I've seen this quite a few times going to court with mother and father. Some play really nice and act so innocent. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, she does no wrong in this, that, and the other, or he does no wrong in this, that, and the other one is, and actually, in reality, they are the bad person. You just got plenty of snakes out there that can really get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
But just be careful because sooner or later that serpent is going to get hurt.
Yo, play us out, dog.
So what has changed?
Nothing. Nothing has changed. It's gotten worse.
No, you just gotten older. That's what's changed. We've all gotten older. That's the only thing that's changed.
Actually, everybody need to thank Antonio because I was about to go on a choking spree.
Oh,
I keep telling you, number 5. I'm number 5.
what is that? 1-800.
I choke everybody.
1-800 choke that hoe.
So you're gonna say your riddle,
She did.
or
I
you're
did.
gonna what are you
You
gonna
said,
say?
I said 18.
What if?
You
what
said
if-
22.
What if you could pick?
Laura said 16.
I did not. I had 20s in my 20s. If you had one age for the rest of, if you could be one age for the rest of your life, how old would you choose to be? I said somewhere in my 20s because I got married at 19.
Veronica Rose said 35.
I did not.
Bradley said he
YHJ factor. YHJ factor.
Antonio said 22.
YHJ.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
see Saturday.
We'll see you Saturday. guess there's not really anything major coming up. It's getting cooler. It's not as hot.
Halloween.
Oh, that's right. Halloween is coming up.
Halloween.
But wait till y'all see me for Halloween on here. Wait a minute. When is
For
Halloween?
all you worship the devil, your night is coming. October
Ooh.
31st.
Halloween's on the 31st. It's on a Saturday. Woohoo!
Welcome to YAJ. Welcome to YAJ.
You should.